Of course, the spot for the third place will be played between these two sides, and these two sides have shown their grit, shown their passion in these past few games that they have played in this tournament. So, what do you have to say about that, Fabrice?
Yeah, the two teams have been extremely prominent throughout the tournament. They have been showing their colours in terms of individual play as well as team play. They've shown their combinations when it comes to field settings and the communication skills. Everything has been spot on. They've missed the finals by some of the thinnest of margins after very good runs on the tournament. So I think with two extremely talented sides, we can expect a very good action-packed day of cricket, I would like to say.
Of course, Fabrice, like you said, we are in for plenty of action, but right now we'll go into the middle to get an update on the pitch.
Good morning, everyone. We are here for the final day of the first ever South Asian Lawyers T20 Cricket League. It's a beautiful day in Colombo with clear blue sky and all set for a grand final day. Today in the morning, the Lahore boys are playing against Kolkata. The final, the plate final. If you look at the pitch, we are at CCC. It's a typical Sri Lankan wicket. There was a little bit of rain, so I presume the wicket will be a little bit of damp early morning. But they're not going to change anything. If you go closer to the wicket, a lot of dead grass here. Even though they look pretty green, they're not going to make any difference for the fast bowlers. Batters will enjoy the day. It'll be a feast of runs. But if you look at it, these square boundaries are bigger than what you saw at Coles and CCC. So batters need to run. Big shots will be tough to come unless you have really got to hit hard to clear the boundaries. So there are a lot of twos with the huge outfield. It'll be an awesome day. It'll be a run feast here in Colombo at CCC.
So that was the report from the pitch. As we can see, very good conditions out there, even though there was a bit of rain yesterday towards the latter part of the day. Even for the 6th and 7th position games, we had some interruptions from adverse weather. For the game that was played at Coles, we had to go for the Duckworth-Lewis option. So hopefully we will see clear skies over here in Colombo today. Hopefully the goddess of rain will be on our side for today. So far the sky is looking extremely blue and favourable for a day of cricket.
Definitely, Fabrice. I mean, the god seems to be on the sides of these two sides that are going to clash on in this morning. So, I'm pretty sure they want to finish this off on high, and even though they couldn't qualify for the finals of the cup, they'll try to secure the third place spot. It's something, it's better than nothing actually, but in this case they'll try to finish it off well. And I think both sides, they have prominent players, game changers all around. They have the ability to come up with some match winning performances whenever their sides need. So yesterday also we saw both sides taking over the game in the previous two games. So we'll go into the decisive phase. The toss is being put in the middle. So Navyata, over to you.
Bowen, namaste, and a very, very fresh good morning to all the ladies and gentlemen watching us live. Here we are at the Colombo Cricket Club grounds, and today we are going to be having the Plate Championship, which will be played by two teams, which is the two fabulous teams. We are going to be having Lahore and Kolkata. We are going to be having the toss ceremony now, so let's see who wins the toss. Okay, so Lahore has won the toss and they have decided to field first. So we have both the captains here with me. So hi sir. So how is the preparations going on for today's match? It's going to be a plate championship, a very important match for both the teams. So how is the preparation going on?
we have all the preparations as all the government matches we play. Wicket is a little bit damp, so I decided to bowl first. We have good fast bowlers, and I hope that they will give us results.
Who are those super master blasters? All the bowlers, the important wickets, they are going to be knocking it off. Who are the players?
I think opening bowlers are good enough, and when it comes to the spinners, we have 3 left-arm spinners, equally balanced side. So at any given day, any bowler of the bowlers, he can do his job.
And what is the target you are looking out for in today's match?
I think looking at the pitch under 140, we can stick this team, calculate our team, and afterwards, I think in the second innings it is going to flat out, and it will be a lot easier to bat on and easy chasing.
As today is going to be the last match for all of us, what is that one key insight you are going to be implementing from all the previous matches played and applying it in today's match for all of us?
In fact, T20 is a very short format, and dot balls are very fatal. We will make sure that we bowl dot balls and our batters do not give dot balls to the opponents.
How many wickets are you going to be trying to knock off in the first innings?
I think at least a couple of wickets.
All the very best. And now we have this captain here. So captain, are we all ready?
Yeah, we are ready for playing first batting. Some damn on wicket, but I think 2 or 3 over wicket is good.
Who are the champion players who are going to be hitting all the sixes, all the fours?
I think Aman Shastri and Nadeem Khan in my team who played well and hit very well.
What is the target number you are looking out for in today's match?
I think 150 is good score because I have very good 2 or 3 spinners to restricted Lahore.
कुछ की स्ट्रैटेजी है आज इस मैच के लिए?
हम लोग अगर 160-70 कर लेते हैं तो बहुत आसानी से हम लोग रोक लेंगे इनको.
All the very best to both the captains and may the best team win. Over to the commentator.
Thank you, Navita. So once again, Minidu, we are almost at the latter part of one of the best tournaments that we've ever seen. It has been nothing short of action, and so far it has been wonderful, and both teams have come a long way. And so Minidu, what do you have to say about the tournament so far, about the progressions and the teams who have been your favorite players, who have been your what were your favorite moments?
Well, of course, Farviz, talking about the tournament itself, there were plenty of actions, there were plenty of nail-biting endings as well. But I would say in different groups, I would say in a specific group A was really competitive. There were 3 teams with 4 points, and it all came down to the net run rate. And unfortunately for the Colombo Titans, it's just how cricket is. It's pretty unpredictable. Colombo Titans, they took 2 wins in a row in the first 2 games, and then they lost to Mumbai. But then after that, it all came down to the net run rate, and they were unable to secure a spot in that semi-finals for the cup. But it's almost like that. The tournament has been like that. There's been a lot of heartbreak moments, frustrating moments for sides, and also there have been some delightful moments for them as well. I think all the teams that went into the semi-finals, they should actually have a pat on their backs because they have done an outstanding job. And if you talk about my favorite players, there's only one name comes to my mind. I think you know that as well. Shubhendra Kaushik has been absolutely brilliant. 996 runs with a strike rate of 248. You can't see that all the time. I mean, this man generally lets the bat do the talking. I mean, he doesn't say anything else outside the ground, outside the wicket. So he's been absolutely a class of a player.
Yes, Minidu. And also talking about the unpredictability of the game, we can see, if we see at the beginning of the tournament, the Delhi Giants lost to Colombo Titans, right? And in the end, look at who made it to the finals, and look at who got eliminated on the group stage, not able to make it towards either the plate final or the finals of the game, the cup finals. So that's the unpredictable nature of the game. That's the most important part. That's the most interesting part about this game of cricket. And hopefully, the weather today will be good enough for us to conclude it with much success. What did you see at the weather forecast for the day, Minidu?
Well, of course, Fervis, I haven't been able to check it out yet. But looking at the skies right now, it's pretty much sunny. So I don't think the rain will come anytime soon, or it will actually be a spoil sport in this game that we are going to have in just a few more minutes. Of course, definitely, there's been... yesterday there was a little bit of drizzle that interrupted the game between the Karachi Lawyers and the Bangalore Tuskers. But I don't think that will happen today because gods are on the side of the cricket. So until then, ladies and gentlemen, we'll come back to the live action. We'll go to a short commercial break.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, we are here at CCC, the Colombo Cricket Ground, prepared for the plate finals between the Kolkata Tigers and the Lahore Lawyers. So far, all preparations for the games have been occurring, and no interruptions from weather so far. No bad conditions in the outfield, no bad atmosphere. So far looks so good, and we are about to commence the game. We are about at the exposition of the game. So I would like to hand over the attention towards Navyata, who is there prepared for a lovely discussions for us. So Navyata, it's your chance now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here I am representing the entire cricket fraternity here, as we are going to be having the plate championship between Lahore and Kolkata. They are going to be playing for the plate championship, and here we have with me Santana Krishnan from Delhi. A very warm welcome to you, sir. So quickly tell us, how has the entire tournament being shaped for the entire team and for yourself?
The tournament has so far been excellent, and we are getting reviews from across the world, and they are all praiseworthy the way in which the tournament went. But I'll give you a small quotation from one Justice Vashisht Kokaram from the Supreme Court of Trinidad and Tobago, and he says this: Santan, just to let you know, me and Margaret are following the games on YouTube on our live television having breakfast. We are extremely impressed at the high standard of cricket, the quality of commentary, and the lovely interviews. Credit goes to you. So this is a comment from a judge from Trinidad. Similar comments have been pouring in from all across the world. So that winds up as to what is the tournament about.
Absolutely. So if you had to just give few key insights to the players who are playing the plate championship today, even though they did not qualify to the cup, what would that one key insight be to all of the players?
The organizing committee of SALC, they decided to have cup and the plate. Among the semi-finalists, whoever won the semi-finals go on to play for the cup in the afternoon, and whoever lost the semi-finals yesterday are playing now, which is Lahore and Kolkata for the plate championship. So that's the overall arrangement, and then best wishes to both the teams.
So have you been having a great time at the tournament? You were there from day one till the last day. So how has the tournament been for you? Has it been an amazing experience? Tell us about that.
It is very, very unique. First of all, in terms of the way in which we thought about and executed the tournament. Why I'm calling it unique? For the first time across the world in all kinds of cricket which we have, the uniqueness is because the entire region is coming together to play this tournament and spread a message of cricket for friendship across the subcontinent. And when I say this, we have two teams from Pakistan, Lahore and to Karachi. We have 4 teams from India, Delhi, Bombay, Calcutta and Bangalore, and we have 1 team each from Bangladesh, and Bangladesh, that is Dhaka, and in Sri Lanka is Colombo. So that's how this is unique.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for sharing your insights, sir. And let's wish both the teams all the very best, and may the best team win. Thank you so much.
Well, of course, thank you, Navyata, for bringing us that lovely discussion. And ladies and gentlemen, to give you a quick update on the toss. The toss was won by the Lahore Lawyers, and they elected to field first. What do you have to actually say about that decision, Furviz?
Well, that decision makes sense, Bindu, if you ask me, because the outfield conditions may be a bit wet in the morning because there's a bit of moisture retention on the outfield.
Yeah, definitely.
They might dry down once the sun comes shining out at around probably 11 a.m. So before that, there is a clear advantage of the outfield slowness. So there's that, and there's a bit of a moisture retention on the wicket as well, so where we can be able to expect some swing. So once again, we have Navyata down there with a representative from each teams prepared for a lovely discussion. Navita, it's your chance now.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so finally we have both the teams who are ready to kick-start for the Plate Championship. Here we have Hamza from Lahore. So quickly tell us, how has the tournament shaped so far for you and the entire team?
For us, it's been a good tournament. Unfortunately, we couldn't make it to the finals. We lost in the semis, but overall, it's been a lovely tournament. We've had great innings. We've had the chance to fight back in certain matches. We've gotten that sort of click together. Unfortunately, we couldn't manage in the semi-finals. But right now, again, this is also an important match where the way we look at this is eventually down this year, I think at the end of the year, we're going to have a World Cup, hopefully. And we're going to be looking at this match as preparation for that final, for that World Cup tournament. So for now, I think we're testing our bench strength, and we have about 3 players who haven't gotten the chance earlier. So they're debuting in this match, and hopefully they'll do really well. And that gives us the confidence to carry through to the next tournament.
So how does the pitch look for you, as we won the toss and we selected to field? So what is the target number you are looking out for of knocking down the entire team?
Again, our bowling has been our strength. We would try our best to limit them to under 120. The pitch isn't, at least from our reading of the pitch, it's not that conducive for batting. There is a bit of dampness. There is grass on the pitch, but that won't really help the bounce. There's dampness, so there will be sort of deviation in the bounce. So that could be helpful for the new bowlers who come in and start the opening spell. So we're targeting limiting them initially in the initial 6 overs, and hopefully they won't cross more than 25, and then we can have our spinners come in and put a stranglehold on.
What is the number of wickets you are trying to be knocking down in the first innings? What is the number?
In the first innings or in the first 6 overs?
First 10 overs.
First 10 overs, as many as we can, but hopefully we'll get 3 or 4 out, 3 or 4 wickets by that time. Hopefully a couple will go to our new debutants who are going to start with the new ball as well. And then we have our strike bowler, Safdar, who's about to start. And he has a knack of picking up wickets with the new ball. So combined together, we're hopefully targeting 4 wickets in the first 10 overs.
All the very best, and may the best team win. And here from Kolkata we have Soumik Ganguly. So sir, आप full set है इस आज match के लिए?
We are fully set, and now as per the pitch is will be first 4 overs. It will be very crucial because there is dampness in the pitch, and our batsmen are in good shape. Hopefully we'll manage 130, 140.
Who are the superstars in your team who are going to be knocking off all those 6s, all those 4s for us?
Akash is there, Nadeem is there, Aman is there. So these will be the key players who will do the job.
One key advice from you to all the players in today's match.
We were regarding running between the wickets. We have some lackings in that part. So we have tried to ask our players to have a good running between the wickets so that singles can come out.
What is the target number you are looking out for, where you will be very happy looking at that number on the scoreboard?
130 to 140.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us, sir, and may the best team win. So yes, we are going to be having Kolkata and Lahore get started with the game in exactly 30 seconds from now. So let's wish both the teams all the very best. They are going to be playing for the Plate Championship. So may the best team win, and over to the commentator.
Thank you, Navita. Once again, the games have begun. And it's Safdar Ali with the ball in the beginning of the game. Throughout the tournament, he has been showing what he can do with the new ball. He's been doing some serious damage.
Definitely, Parviz.
So as I said, Minidu, about the decision of bowling first, with the moisture retention on the wicket, they've done the right thing by bowling first. As you can see, there's a bit of a movement, but definitely not on that occasion. It ran down the leg a bit too much, and he'll have to bowl that once again.
I forgot to ask you how the wicket is going to play in this coming few hours. So, what do you think?
The coming few hours might be a bit decisive because, as for now, there was a bit of clay in the middle, and there was a bit of moisture. A nice, evenly distributed, rather dead grass covering for the beginning of the game. Once again, towards the leg side, another white ball. So towards the middle part of the day, I would say the pitch would harden up a bit more, and it'll be a bit more favorable towards the batsman. But as for now, it's looking like it can do some damage for the batting lineup of the Kolkata Tigers, whereas the Lahore Lawyers understood their strength, that they do have a very good bowling lineup, so they will be looking to capitalize within the power play itself with the new ball, with the moisture conditions. But we'll see. That's much better on that occasion.
And this one left outside the off stump. Yeah, like you said, this is a new fresh wicket. This wicket haven't been used in the previous games at all. This is on the Coles ground over the BRC ground. This is a new venue for both sides, so it's going to be hard for them to adapt according to that from the morning itself. So I think with time and with the overs gone by, they'll be able to kind of adjust to the outfield and adjust to the wicket. Right now, I think the bowling side has an upper hand on this wicket. But once it gets used, like you said, it's going to be a batting paradise. And that's well played through the gaps. And that's going to be another boundary.
Beautifully worked on the offside through the gap.
The first boundary for the Kolkata Tigers here. Brilliantly played through the point and the gully. Just use the pace of the ball to guide it through to the boundary line.
The third man absolutely had no chance to cover that ground middle because...
So far it's been an expensive over. 8 runs coming from this and just a delivery left here. The last delivery of the over. It goes to the back foot, punches again straight away, but this will be a couple of runs. Won't go to the boundary, so that's the end of the over.
Coming through. Oh, what a good delivery. Since the first delivery itself, he's been taking the advantage of that new ball, bringing it back into the right-hander. A nice bowling action, I would say, Minidu.
Yeah, fast bowler as yourself, how would you rate that?
As a fast bowler, I'll have to look at that once again. After this delivery, I'll give you ups and downs about his bowling action.
Well, of course, he was able to get that natural left-arm swing in action. That delivery actually came right back into the right hand. Might trouble him in these few overs. Oh, brilliant!
Yes,
this
that's
one.
A good delivery.
Extra bounce, just hitting the right spot on the wicket.
He does have that very good follow-through. So as a fast bowler, I would say around 7 out of 10 because he's not taking his advantage of building up the momentum with the run-up. So as you can see, he's a side-on bowler. So side-on bowlers naturally do have that upper hand when it comes to fast bowling because their hip action is a bit more prominent than a front-on or a semi-on fast bowler. And
And I think with that action, he's able to get that kinetic energy.
that kind exactly. So you can rock your hip a bit more, and you can hit it hard against the wicket, which will ultimately result in a very good bounce and sometimes very good pace in a good wicket condition. So Minendu, when as a fast bowler, to know if you are doing the right thing in technical aspects, the main way to find out is that we'll say if you're a right-arm fast bowler, if you do your natural action and if the ball is going away from the right-hander without just putting extra effort into it, that's how you know, because your natural body inclinations are made in a way to swing the ball towards the angle of your delivery. So that's how you know. So in that occasion, he has been doing that well. It's been coming into the right-hander, all three deliveries. So his technical clinicalness is on point, I would say.
But of course, he's using his variations properly. Now
Once again goes across the right-hand batsman, making it very hard for him to free his arms and to go for that bat swing. That was very short to go for the front foot, I would say.
But of course, the reflex and the time of thinking and time of considering the shot selection is pretty much limited. That should have been played through the point regions, but unfortunately couldn't make any contact with the ball. So the penultimate delivery of this over.
That's a good delivery, but that would be
pitching outside leg, I would say.
outside the leg stump. And probably even missing the stumps as well on that occasion.
It's not the right length to be bowled, but batsman could have used the opportunity to flick it over the mid-wicket region. But once again, Jitendra, he was unable to make any connections whatsoever. So just one run conceded. A brilliant start to his over, to his spell.
Once again, a good in-swinging delivery, but once again a bit too much on the onside, that one.
The wrong line. And they will pick up a couple of runs here. So
with that ball movement, if he actually targeted the stumps, I would say that's actually a no-brainer wicket, because despite the pitch conditions, as a fast bowler, if you want to take wickets, a swinging yorker is pretty much the only way to go, because every other delivery requires some sort of assistance or at least moderate conditions from the pitch. So that would be the end of the second over. Kolkata Tigers 12 for the loss of no wickets. Sky looking as blue as ever, I would say.
yeah, definitely for West. I mean, no rain whatsoever, I think, from this point onwards. If you take the look at the two sides who will be playing this match, plenty of course, prominent names are in the two sides. And if you take the Kolkata Tigers, Nadeem Khan, who played a wonderful innings yesterday, a half century, to give leverage to his innings and to his side's innings as well.
He did put some extremely good effort into his batting yesterday.
It definitely took responsibility, tried to play it deep. And actually, at one point, it looked like they were in a tough spot and they won't be able to recover. But this man was still at the crease and just said otherwise.
In terms of field positioning, a classic power play field setting for a fast bowler. Takes the aerial route once again. A beautiful shot through the gap. That will run away for a boundary.
A welcome boundary, I would say, for the Kolkata Tigers. This one was timed well from the middle of the bat and utilized the gap properly. Too full for the right-hander, and it's dispatched away for a boundary. The fielder can't do anything about it.
Well, that ball was begging to be hit through the cover drive. That was the perfect delivery to play that shot.
When we walked out in the middle to the fairways, what do you think about the outfield that we saw? At some points, I think it was much denser with the grass. In some regions, the ball would travel very easily. And once again, it will go to the boundary. Of course, it's a maximum.
It's gone all the way, wow.
It's gone all the way. At one point, I thought he didn't middle it properly, but when I saw that cover in the distance, then I said, how did he actually play that? A brilliant start to the over. So far, 11 runs coming from it, and 3 more deliveries to be bowled. Look at that shot.
He actually did middle it, didn't he, Minidhu?
Well, this can be deceiving.
He's considered 11 runs already with 3 more deliveries to go. Not the best start for the over.
Well, he has to adjust his line and length right. So far, the batsmen have been playing him brilliantly and gaining himself confidence. What will he do in this one? Once again, a lawful toss, and it's played through the gaps. And it's going to be another boundary. 15 runs.
Loose balls in this over, I would say. So you do those sorts of mistakes, that's the result that you get. Once again,
you would call those deliveries a gift for the right-hander to play.
There was a bit of an outswinger though, but doesn't matter as long as you don't pitch the ball properly at the right spot for it to do the damage.
Swing, but not the right length.
Cheeky misfield by the wicketkeeper.
And a wide and a single have been taken. So 2 runs coming from that delivery itself.
Misgripped that delivery entirely. That just floated towards the leg side.
Well, he's having a hard time trying to adjust to his length. But 2 more deliveries left. Can he turn things around? This is much better length. Coming right back into the right hand. And was it directed? The non-strikers and batsmen wanted another run.
An unnecessary direct hit, I would say.
Yeah.
But he went for it anyways.
Well, if they keep going like this, then we might be able to see the first 200 plus score being produced, because right now the projected score is 205. Right now they are looking at a brilliant run rate.
But this run rate can lag down once the death overs and the middle overs have commenced, with a rather safer field where you can place 5 in the deep.
This is once again full, and it's played through the covers this time, and it will be dispatched for another boundary. So end of the over, and not an over that he wants to remind himself again. It's too expensive, so end of the 3rd over. It's 33 for no loss. Let's go with the 4th over to be bowled here. Sukran Chopra, the left arm fast bowler, who has been able to get that natural swing
coming across the right hander, that vital angle that all the right handers fear.
Well, he's continuing to bowling from around the wicket, sticking, of course over the wicket. Apologies. Wide outside the off stump, and of course won't be able to take a single.
On that occasion, he was trying to push the delivery towards the off stump. I'm guessing since he was bowling a bit of a leggies on the last over, in order to recover his line, instead of adjusting his steps, he was going towards the alternate route, which was sending it down the off through his wrist. And this is Jitendra Tripathi. 5 matches played and 4 innings. He has scored. Experience in this tournament so far. Takes the aerial route, but
plays it straight to long on there. So another single will be taken. Could have been in trouble if it had reached the field by just meters. Then a diving effort would have sealed his fate. This was much closer to the stumps. And of course, Akash Ganguly, this man has been, I would say, in terrific form for the Tigers so far in this tournament. Has done the job with the bat and with the ball. Once again, bowling on that leg side. Just trying to get his length right in order to bowl those swinging deliveries back into the right-hander. But it's all sliding down the leg side, helping the batsman to score through the leg side as well.
That's the delivery that he should be looking for. Nipping back into the right-hander, that's the worst nightmare of a delivery.
Definitely unlucky there. Could have just chipped it back onto the stumps.
I mean, that late swing, as long as you have it, Minindu, as a left-arm fast bowler with right-hand batsmen being more prominent in the craft, I would say you can be absolutely a wicket machine, wicket-producing machine.
Of course, we got the likes of Mitchell Stark. Left-arm fast bowler that comes to my mind straight away.
Fast bowler, the best in the world, the greatest of all time is Wasim Akram.
Definitely. There's no doubt about that. The king of swing, I would say.
There it is once again, that in swinging full length, but on that occasion, a bit of a bat was involved.
That should have been stopped from... Oh, that's a run out. And it's Akash Ganguly who...
What was that about?
A miscommunication in the middle. Of course, he's frustrated with that.
You talked about communication in the beginning of the game, and there it is, an error made, and the Lahore Lawyers capitalize on that error.
It's a breakthrough for them, but we are still dumbstruck on how that miscommunication costed him his wicket. So this was two easy runs, I would say.
Well,
oh no, he was halfway down the track.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the non-strikers in batsman or Akash Ganguly himself wanted another run. He's not happy with himself, of course. Completely the frustration can be seen from his face.
Well, meaning getting out with a run out is the worst way to come back to the dugout, and getting out with a run out like that is even more worse. Now, until the next batsman is prepared, we'll go on to a short commercial break.
Of course, there's just a delivery left in this over. A run out. One of the worst ways to lose your momentum, I would say, Farviz. You definitely tend to be more frustrated with the other end batsman, or sometimes with yourself as well. And of course, with the last ball, that's the end of the over. 4 was gone. It's 36 for 1.
There it is, a dismissal once again. There was a clear second run, but that miscommunication, I mean, he could have made it all the way.
I think the non-strikers and batsman, he was kind of hesitant in getting back on strike. Well, Ganguly, he wanted the other single as well, so that's why he was halfway down the track. And the other batsman just sends him back, and he doesn't have enough time to cover the ground.
Shibasij Banerjee, one inning played, haven't been able to show his colours through the tournament just yet.
Maybe this can be the match that he can finally show his potential. Of course, when you analyze those previous games, when new sides are facing against each other, they tend to target a player from that side. So sometimes this is actually the opportunity for a player who didn't shine throughout the season to actually do his part and become the highlight of the game.
Well, we'll see if Banerjee capitalizes on his opportunity. That's going to be a wide. Not a great way to start off the over.
Oh, there's a shout.
There's an appeal,
And
and
of course
that's
that's
given.
gone. And I think the umpire, he was pretty much convinced that there was a edge on the bat.
I think to give the dismissal, I think he was waiting for the catch to be safeguarded and to make sure that it has been taken properly.
By this angle, I think it
Because-
looks like he made contact with the glove. So still that's a dismissal. So it's Jitendra Tripathi, the man who played a cameo well in that last game. He has to walk back for just 18 runs, and all of a sudden the Tigers have lost their second wicket for 37 runs. But of course, for his that was the wicket of Tripathi. A delivery that was going down leg side, short. Was trying to pull that away, but couldn't make any connection with the bat. But instead gets a small edge from his gloves to the wicket keeper.
Well, that was not the best of the deliveries, I would say. It was going down the onside.
And not the best of connections the batsman should have made.
That's going to be a dot ball.
Bowling right outside the off stump.
He's having a bit of a fluctuative line, isn't he? Once again, a good delivery, that one. On the offside, just short, quick. Missing that outside edge, luckily for the batsman.
Slow moment with the ball coming right back into the right-hander.
But as you can see, the clayiness of the wicket is showing its actions. That ball didn't quite carry towards the batsman. It held onto the wicket a bit more. Took some time to go on towards the batsman. So that's what the pitch has to offer. So once again, you can see, very unpredictable wicket, this. looked pretty neat in the morning.
We saw an unpredictable wicket yesterday at the Colts cricket ground.
Yes.
It was pretty much unpredictable. And
That
the batsmen
was-
were having a hard time adjusting to that. The bowlers had a really good time for both sides who played in that.
And with that unpredictable wicket, there was a drizzle going on as well. So that was an
Definitely.
added disadvantage for a game of cricket.
A turn of events. Once again, this is a chance or just 4 short. Is that going to be a run? No.
Doesn't go for that diving attempt there. A bit hesitant.
Of course, to feel that cover.
If he had gone for that dive, it would have definitely been a wicket for me. Once again, on the onside, way too much, that one.
So far, this over has been a good one.
Apart for that,
2 wide deliveries.
those 2 wide deliveries. See, once again, completely misses his line. Runs it on the onside.
Saroj Kumar Behera, the new batsman in. Like I said, these two batters, they still have to shine in this tournament. Oh, this is crunched.
Oh, that was...
And well stopped there by the fielder.
That was an absolutely crispy
It
hit.
was aiming for the boundary for sure. I mean, if you could hear the sound, it came right out of the bat. You
And
can
that-
clearly say that that's going to the boundary, but well fielded there by the fielder. Just reduced the pace of the delivery and preventing it from going to the boundary. So end of the 5th over there. Just an over left in the power play. Tigers are 39 for 2.
The final over of the power play. Oh, an extremely good delivery on that occasion. A beautiful away shape from the left-hander.
Pretty much on 4 covers. There's 2 deliveries left in this over.
Once again,
Once
away
again,
shape,
full.
but it was a bit too full on that occasion. Middle of the bat.
Just 2 deliveries left in this over. And And we'll take a quick singles. So far, it's been 2 brilliant overs back to back by the Lahore Lawyers. Just a delivery left in this one. 3 runs already coming from this. And so far, I think the first 3 overs were dominated by the Tigers, and all of a sudden the Lahore Lawyers came back pretty brilliantly inside this power play.
Once again, a good delivery to end off the over. That will be the end of the 6th over with a total of 42 for the loss of 2. Kolkata Tigers still standing.
Of course, the umpire indicating the conclusion of the power play. So far, I think the Lahore Lawyers, they were able to capitalize on this power play, even though it's not the best of starts in the first 3 overs. But later on, it was pretty brilliant how they came back. A shot, played it through third man.
Well, at the end of the power play, if you look at the field setting, Minidhu, for the right-hander, there was a slip even after the power play. And no long on, long off. Just a sweeper, a third man and a fine leg. So imagine the trust that the skipper must have on your bowling. So you have to deliver that. So once again, if you analyze the field, it's pretty much the same for the rotation of the batsman as well for the left-hander. Going for the same attacking approach. Maybe trying to look for that, according to the field, I would say that just short delivery, the nipper. It might be the most effective one after all. For the left-hander, there's a deep square leg placed, which we didn't see for the right-hander. So that could be an indication of them reading the movement of the ball. There it is.
Would you say that they're more keen on bowling short to the left-hander since a deep square leg has been placed?
Well, I would say in this pitch condition, it would be a good decision to make because it's a bit clay. It might stay a while, letting the batsman think twice about his shot. So those produce mishits and simultaneously resulting in wickets. So good approach by the Lahore Lawyers. Good strategic thinking by them.
Once
That
again
ran
going
down the leg
leg.
side. Yes.
Wide delivery. So there have been a lot of those wide. We have seen extras being given, and that's been something we have seen very commonly in this tournament. A lot of extras have been given by, I would say, every side who have participated. Oh, once again, a brilliant delivery, a shot.
The bowler
batsman
has
was
shown
able to
his,
actually get his head out of the way. Otherwise, that would have been a nasty one.
the bowler has started to show his real intentions. Indeed, what we were talking about, the field placement, the strategy. We were right on that occasion, Minidhu. Cheer yourself up. Once again, another short delivery. Carefully placed field, no gaps whatsoever. And they're targeting for the short ball on the offside as well. No mid-wicket in place.
Goes to back
Once again.
foot, punches it straight to point, and will pick up a single.
No single on that occasion, Minu. Once again, no gaps. The bowler sticking to the plan. Good field placement, restricting the batsman from collecting those runs. For after the first 2 overs, the projected score was 200 odds, but now it has drastically dropped to 132.
And that's what I said. It's a brilliant comeback. I mean,
We've seen
the
some
first 3
wonderful
overs, they
comebacks,
were
yeah.
almost 33 for no loss, and then the run out actually started the whole procedure of them being on the back foot in the overs that they have played since then. This was
Too
not
wide.
given a wide because he had moved to the a wide delivery.
Once again, a protective field. Oh, that was a misfield.
It might run away, might not run away to the boundary. So, couple of runs, and it's going to be another single.
The Lahore Lawyers thinking strategically with their field placements, but not doing the most basic things right. There was supposed to be a backup. The short third man, or rather the slip on that occasion, should have ran for the backup, but didn't, which resulted in 1 more run. Even the slightest of the runs can mean a lot in a game of cricket.
Of course, that's the end of the 7th over. The Tigers are 49 for 2.
Decent line, but the length was a bit too fuller.
Was
The skipper.
Sukran, he's continuing his spell here. Left arm fast bowler. He has been brilliant for Lahore Lawyers, bowling some really good economical overs and putting the pressure on the 2 batters who are in the middle. So far, they haven't been get going yet. But I think Faris just takes time to build up a partnership and gain that confidence. That's what we saw from the Bangalore Tuskers yesterday as well. The Afzal Khan and Vijay Kumar, 2 of them were under pressure all the time whenever they were 24 for 5. And all of a sudden they got a good partnership to drag them to 128 runs. So that's not every day that you get to see a partnership like that. And the captain led from the front itself. So, I mean, this may be the start of a partnership, even though we might see them being pressurized by the bowling attack of the Lahore Lawyers.
That was flying down towards the leg side. Oh, it could have been close if that was a direct hit.
Who knows? Who knows? If you were the leg umpire, yeah. You
And
would have
from
given
this
that.
angle, I thought that the bat was in the air.
But that's
when
not
it crossed
enough.
the wicket.
That's not enough to come to a decision.
And you could say that. Sukran doing so far so good in his spell.
Definitely, a wicket hasn't come to his name yet. But eventually, if he is going to be disciplined with that line and length and tries to continue what he's doing right now, then I'm pretty sure a wicket is coming around the corner for him. This is full and just falls short of long off and will pick up a single. And it's going to be another single taken here, another misfield.
Once again, no backup.
You definitely need those Those are the leaking points of runs. If you try to navigate those and if you try to restrict them, it's going to be like tightening the noose around the batters.
Well, to make sure those don't go towards the line, once again, the fielders in the infield should make sure that they are right behind the player at the wicket. So that has to happen.
It's almost like he threw the ball from another end to another end.
Oh, that was so close, but that was hit straight. But that won't run away for a boundary though. Long off has it covered. Even though Sukran has not been able to clap a wicket yet, he has been a major soldier for the Lahore Lawyers to drop down the Tigers' run rate from being more than 10 towards 6.77. Still looking
at
favorable.
one point for which the Tigers' run rate was 10.27, as I remember, and it was also in the second over. How the things have turned around is just pretty magnificent to see. This time outside the off stump, and they want to come back for a. Well, they actually took a quick single there. A little bit of hesitation was there in the middle. Could have costed them if another miscommunication like that resulted in a run out. So end of the over, 8 overs gone. It's 54 for 2.
The over continues. The Lahore Lawyers' nightmare continues.
It's high in the air. Fielder is coming under it. Will it be taken? Of course not. Just
Yeah.
falls short and won't be able to grab onto that. Now it's 45 runs from 19 balls for which just a delivery left in this over. Then we are going into the last 3 overs of this innings.
Couldn't quite cover the ground in that occasion. Last ball of the over. Comes down the track and has he connected with it? No.
And
Bit of
that's taken.
miscommunication, but the catch has been taken in the end. And that's how the conclusion of the over happens. A miss hit once again, straight up in the air. Safely taken by the mid-wicket fielder.
Of course.
Running behind. Not happy about that miscommunication happening, but in the end he'll take the wicket anyways. So one more wicket to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, join us here in the commentary. It's Mr. Vijay Kumar Singh, the captain of the Kolkata Tigers, the side who is looking to emerge victorious in this match. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Now, say at the present moment, it appears that now we are going to win this game because now the equation is too steep and it is very difficult to chase now at this stage of the game.
Of course, that's also gone in the air and completely misses that one.
Yeah, this is a bad luck. The ball has fallen in the no man's land, and in spite of the best effort made by Ashutosh Tiwari, he could not reach, and therefore, so 1 run was scored. It is a very difficult chance because it is very difficult to run back and catch the ball. Oh, it's a very close call and it's over. So it was all the Ashutosh Tiwari has really proved to be
Well,
a match winner for us.
Well, you're a
He
happy
bowled
captain
brilliantly.
now.
I'm a happy captain because when we started from India, we don't know in respect of our players that who is the bowler and who is the batsman. After playing 3-4 matches, now I could know that who is the bowler, who is the batsman. So now we are gelling well, and that is this win is a result of that good gelling.
Of course, it's actually an unbelievable performance put up
For
by
us
you
at
guys.
Yes, I can say that is an unbelievable performance, beating such a big side and a strong side. And in the background that we were bowled out for 120, but our bowlers fought hard and the spinners have done it for us.
Definitely. Spinners have done a brilliant job restricting the Lahore Lawyers inside the power play itself. I think that was a change of events. And then, of course, continuing that same spirit until the 8th over, almost like you have hit the halfway mark of restricting the batsmen.
The thing is that it appears that our bowlers have read the wicket very well. In the second half of the match, the wicket was gone too slow, and they have bowled slowly and slowly on the wickets, and that has made the difference because ball is not coming up to the bat, so it is very difficult to score runs by playing in front of the wicket. So in that way, our spinners have read the wicket very well and bowled accordingly.
Yes, exactly. The bowler started bowling it very slow and packing the field on the onside to targeting that miss hit. And exactly your strategy had worked, and you have been able to restrict the Lahore Lawyers for a total of 77. Very low in these sorts of conditions. That is extremely good. And congratulations to you.
Thank you. The plan was that don't bowl up to the batsman.
Okay.
Just compel them to play on the back foot because ball is not coming to the bat, so it was very difficult for the batsman to score runs.
And there it is, the Lahore Lawyers scorecard. Only 2 batsmen looking prominent. Kashif Sohail he looked good. 34 runs were scored for using 37 balls, and Mufazzar Hussain 20 runs for 29 balls. So not looking too good for them. And that was pretty much a summary. All of the other batsmen were restricted for single digits.
So one thing I would like to say that it was easy to score with the new ball. So when we started, we scored 32 runs in first 3 overs. Thereafter, when the ball gets old, it was very difficult to score runs. And same goes with the Pakistan team also. They went for the big hits. So this ground is a big ground, so you cannot clear the grounds easily. And that has made the difference. They did not try to get runs by playing singles and doubles. They all went for the big hits, and that has I'm just. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing us those wise words. And if you take a look at the Kolkata Tigers bowling, absolutely phenomenal. The spinners were Ashutosh Tiwari, 3 wickets for just 2 runs, just absolutely brilliant. The spinners did the job, and the other bowlers just supported them and coordinated the attack very well. Of course, these are the innings highlights. Lahore Lawyers, they didn't get the brightest of starts to this game, to their innings actually. The bowling performance, they were absolutely phenomenal, but with the bat, they struggled, and of course, they kept on struggling. No sign of recovering at all. Kashif Sohail actually held the innings together.
Yeah, but in vain at the end. Yeah, for both sides, I think their batting displays left much to be desired, but it is the end of the tournament for them, for both sides. But the Kolkata Tigers will be walking away the happier team here, having secured the plate of the South Asia Lawyers T20 cricket tournament. Yeah, day to forget here for the Lahore Lawyers batsmen.
But they shouldn't be disheartened by the performance they had put up in this tournament. They really did well in the group stage, 3 wins in 3 games, and then overall just had some hiccups in the semi-finals and of course in this game. But other than that, they were absolutely on point.
Definitely, but take nothing away from the Tigers. Their bowling today was superb, just bowling to the field. And I remember Farvi saying early on during the day, you can expect a lot of catches in the deep, and catches in the deep we saw. That was really, really good bowling from the Tigers, and a replication and even an extension of what we saw from the Lahore Lawyers batting display, just bowling display, just really good basics, just really good fundamentals, proper line length, and inviting the batsman to go for those rash shots, and all throughout the batting order. That was what happened.
Well, we have a small discussion down there at the grounds. Shanu, over to you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Cup 2023, and what you witnessed just now was the plate finals. And of course, the winner definitely is Kolkata. What an exciting journey this whole entire tournament has been. A lot of emotions, a lot of excitement, a lot of tears, well, a lot of reasons to be happy too. But first, before we go ahead and speak to Kolkata's team, I'm here joined by both these gentlemen. I would first like to talk to Kashif from Lahore. Kashif, it has been a great journey. Let's just be positive about the whole thing. You guys started off brilliantly. Few small mistakes here and there. But tell me what happened today.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It's all part of the game, but we didn't bat according to the plan and which we have given. So we can't execute the plan and can't build up a good partnership further and loses the wickets in regular intervals. This is the reason why I am standing next to you while losing the match.
Well, that's not reason to be sad at all. I'm sure there is a lot of learning that took place from this match, from the entire tournament, that you're going to go back and work on the drawing board. How was your pitch condition while you were playing today?
There is absolutely no excuse for the pitch. They played on the same pitch. Sometimes they got the advantage and we didn't kick off very well. In the second inning, ball was coming low and slow, but it is not the reason to defeat. We didn't bat properly and according to the plan.
Well, what is your idea on cricket for friendship? That's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah. In the end, cricket is the winner. But it is a splendid idea, and the organizer must appreciate. We must appreciate the organizer and the effort they have put into that. It's absolutely phenomenal, and we wish this process is going on, and we will better prepare for the next time and compete the existing good team in a more good manners.
Absolutely. Now that's the spirit. They will take all the learnings and bring it on to the next tournament. Well, it's time to celebrate. It's time to be happy. Thank you so much. But don't go. Well, now I have an amazing personality who's taken 4 wickets from the Kolkata, from the winning team. Here you have, ladies and gentlemen. How do you feel right now?
Really feeling excited. Batting first, getting a good start, but still we didn't post a good total. But the bowling team effort was brilliant. We came back brilliantly with the ball. Fielding was supported brilliantly. Very happy.
Well, during the entirety of the tournament, your start was you had a great start, then on and off it was rocky. But do you really feel you gave your best potential in the pitch that was provided today?
No, the conditions was brilliant. The ground, the pitch, the wicket. I think it was for both. The conditions were brilliant conditions, brilliant facilities here. Pitch was brilliant to bat, and the tournament was brilliantly organized, I must say. Congratulations to Sri Lanka. We are giving us the opportunity for traveling here, and we ended on a high. It was very happy.
Well, now you have the finals coming up, right? What is a word of advice that you would like to quickly tell the next team in 1 or 2 lines?
Advice for the captain who won the toss, please elected to bat first. In a 4th innings, the ball is keeping more low and slow. So hope for the best and let's fight for the friendship. Thank you.
Yes, and quickly, what is your 1 word of advice to the next team?
No, play hard, play bold, and it's a gentleman's game. Play like gentlemen.
Well, we have to congratulate our gentleman here. Mr. Sailesh Kumar is going to hand over the ball of the tournament. All the best to you.
Can I add a word? Well, we have a ball duly signed by Mr. Kausalya Navratna, the president of Sri Lankan Bar Association, and as well as on the other side, Mr. R. Santan Krishnan, the president of our CAI, that is Indian Advocates Cricket Association, also happened to be the past president of Commonwealth Lawyers Association. So it's an honor for you, and most importantly, you deserve this. Congratulations once again.
Congratulations, Jitendra. Here you have it, ladies and gentlemen, our star performer of this tournament, of the Plate Cup. Well, Kolkata is the winner, and here you have Jitendra receiving a pride, receiving an honor, a token to remember for the entirety of his life. Thank you. So here you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are at the end of this tournament with the Plate Cup. Kolkata has taken the lead, but don't you go anywhere because it is the mega finals of the South Asian Lawyers Cricket Cup 2023 awaiting you in just a few hours.
Well, of course, Shanu, thank you for bringing us that lovely discussion down there. And if you take the summary of the game that was held between Kolkata and Lahore Lawyers, the Lahore Lawyers, they won the toss, then they elected to field first. A wise decision because they were able to restrict the Tigers to just 120 runs for the loss of 6 wickets. Umair Goraya, 2 for 12 runs, just absolutely brilliant. I think the bowling performance absolutely outstanding. No prominent figures were contributed by the Kolkata Tigers.
But all throughout the bowling innings, you could see that everyone was pitching in, taking 2 scalps. Umar Goraya was especially impressive, conceding only 12 runs. Shahid Nasir was slightly more expensive throughout his 4-over spell, conceding 25 runs, but taking a scalp as well.
Well, of course, in reply, Lahore Lawyers, they were actually never in the game. At crucial intervals, they kept losing their wickets. Jitendra Tripathi, 4 for 14, just 1 wicket away from his 5-wicket haul, but unfortunately not getting that. Kashif Sohail actually looked like a batsman who was coming to the rescue for the Lahore Lawyers, but in the end it went in vain when he lost his wicket. And in the end, after 17.4 overs, Lahore Lawyers, they were restricted to just 77 runs, and Kolkata Tigers, of course, winning this plate finals and securing that 3rd spot of this tournament. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we are slowly going into the commencement of the final game played between the Mumbai Mavericks and the Delhi Giants. So stay tuned until then.
Yeah, so this is the upcoming matchup between the Mumbai Mavericks and the Delhi Giants. So this is the cup final of the South Asian Lawyers T20 tournament 2023. So ladies and gentlemen, we'll be meeting you soon.